Assalamu alaikum. Hi friends, Surmi Salim with you. Today's class is regarding normal sinus rhythm, ECG leads and cardiac access. Okay. So first of all we will go to normal sinus rhythm. As the word itself says, this is the normal rhythm of the heart. So the normal regular rhythm of the heart. Okay. And it is having a heartbeat of 60 to 100 beats per minute. 60 to 100 beats per minute, and it is a regular rhythm that is initiated from the SA node, having all the waves, segments and intervals within the normal range. So we will brief. First of all, the P wave. The P wave will be falling in between 2 to 3 small squares, having a duration of 0.08 to 0.12 second, and it falls between 3 small squares or 2 to 3 small squares. Then is the QRS waves. So the QRS waves having a duration of 0.10 second or 0.04 to 0.10 second, and having a width of 2 to 3 or within 3 small squares. Next is the T wave. T wave having a duration of 0.10 to 0.25 second. Next is the intervals. So the PR interval, which falls between 3 to 5 small square, having a duration of 0.12 to 0.20 second. Second is the QT interval. The QT interval will be having a duration of 0.32 to 0.40 second, and covering around 2 large square or 9 to 11 small squares. Okay. And the ST segment will be in the isoelectric line. So if all those characteristics are present, this rhythm is called normal sinus rhythm. Okay. Next we will see ECG leads. So the 12-lead ECG is the standard and conventional method of record of electrical activity of the heart in two planes. Two planes means this is the frontal plane and the horizontal plane. Okay. So in 12-lead ECG, usually the heart is viewed in 12 views. So in 12-lead ECG, we place each electrodes in different parts of the body, and those electrodes give us 12 views of the electrical activity of heart. And this uses two planes, that is the frontal plane and the horizontal plane. So we will see which leads are placed. So in the frontal plane, this is held by means of lead 1, lead 2, lead 3 and the augmented leads, which include AVF, AVR and AVL. So this gives the frontal plane view in 12-lead ECG, and horizontally it is viewed by means of help or with the help of V1 to V6 chest leads or precordial leads. Okay. So the 12-lead ECG is viewed in two planes, the frontal plane and the horizontal plane. The frontal plane by means of 3 bipolar leads and 3 unipolar leads, and then horizontal view or the horizontal plane by means of chest leads or precordial leads starting from V1 to V6. Now we will see individually each leads. Okay. First of all, we will see lead 1, 2 and 3. They are otherwise called bipolar leads. Why? Because they uses two poles, that is the positive pole and the negative poles. Okay. So we will see this bipolar leads means lead 1, 2 and lead 3. These are placed in the human body like this. So first of all, we will see this is right arm to the left arm. This is lead 1. Okay. From the right arm to the left leg, it is called lead 2. Okay. And from the left arm to the left leg is called lead 3. Okay. And I tell you before, this uses two poles. So we will see the charges also. Here it is negatively charged to the positive one. So like this. Okay. And from the negative to the positive. So like this. And here the flow of direction will be negative to the positive. Okay. And the leads view the heart in a direction of like this. Okay. And this lead will be viewing like this, and this one will be viewing the heart like this. So these are the bipolar leads that is used in the ECG. I hope you understand. Next we will see the unipolar unipolar leads or the augmented vector leads or the augmented voltage leads. Okay. Next we will see the unipolar leads. Unipolar leads are otherwise called augmented vector. Unipolar limb leads are otherwise called augmented vector leads or augmented voltage leads, and they are placed in the right arm and left leg. We will see. First of all, AVR. AVR is placed in the right arm, AVL is placed in the left arm, and AVF is placed in the left leg, and the right leg is neutral lead or the ground or earth lead. So we are not considering the right leg. So these are the placement of the unipolar limb leads or the augmented leads, and they view the heart in the direction like AVR like this, AVL like this, and AVF like this. Okay. Next we will see the chest. Now we will see the chest leads. So chest leads are otherwise called the precordial leads, and these leads will be having or giving a horizontal plane view in the ECG, and they are placed like an arc in the chest starting from V1 to V6. Okay. So V1 is placed in the fourth intercostal space right to the sternum. V2 is placed fourth intercostal space left to the sternum, and V3 is placed diagonally between V2 and V4. Then V4 is placed fifth intercostal space mid clavicular line. V5 is placed in the anterior axillary line fifth intercostal space, and V6 is placed in the fifth intercostal space mid clavicular line starting from V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6 like this. Okay, and they are otherwise called, the V1 and V2 are otherwise called anterior septal leads. V3 and V4 are otherwise called anterior apical leads, and V5 and V6 are called anterior lateral leads. So these are the chest leads which give horizontal plane view into lead ECG. So next we will be seeing about the leads are again classified into inferior, lateral and anterior according to the infarct. So we are viewing the leads, inferior leads, if there is any myocardial inferior infarcts. So the leads are AVF, lead 2 and lead 3. Okay, if there is any anterior infarct in the left anterior descending, the leads we are viewing is V1 to V4, or they are called the anterior leads. Next is the lateral leads. So the lateral leads, if there is any infarct in the left circumflex artery, we are viewing AVL, okay, then V5 and V6. Okay, so these are the another classification of leads also. Next we will be going to the cardiac axis. We will see the cardiac axis. The cardiac axis means the average direction of flow of electrical activity of the heart. Okay, so this is giving the direction. So we will see first here 0, 180, minus 90, plus 90. Okay, so we will place each leads in this view. First of all, we are keeping lead 1. So you know if this give the frontal view, and you can assume like x-axis. So we keep the lead 1 in 0 degree. Next is AVL. So the AVL is above lead 1 like 30 degree, negative 30 degree. Okay. Next is AVR. AVR. It is also 30 degree difference and it is negative 150. Okay. Next is AVF, and that is positive 90 because it is perpendicular. Next is lead 2 and lead 3. Lead 2 is here, positive 60 degree, and lead 3 is here, positive 120 degree. Okay. So in this hexaxial system, we will see the normal axis. The normal cardiac axis lies between negative 3 to 90 degree. Okay. This is called the normal cardiac axis. Okay. We will see the axis deviation also. If the axis deviated to the left, it is called a left axis deviation, and that is from -30 to -90, and this is called a left axis deviation. Okay, this one. And this left axis deviation is most commonly seen in hyperkalemia, left ventricular hypertrophy, left bundle branch block, and also persons who are having short statues. Okay. Next we will see the right axis deviation. The right axis deviation starts from 90 to 180. Okay. And this is seen in persons with right ventricular hypertrophy, right bundle branch block. Next is regarding extreme axis deviation. So that covers from 180 to 90, -90. And this is very rare form of axis deviation. It is called extreme axis deviation. Okay. I hope all of you understand. And I will tell you also something. If an electrical impulse passes towards the positive pole, it gives us a positive deflection in the isoelectric line. So if an impulse travels towards the positive pole, it gives a positive deflection in the ECG. And if travels away from the pole, that is called negative deflection. It gives negative deflection. And if an electrical activity travels perpendicularly, it gives both deflection, positive and negative. And it is positive and negative with same amplitude in the isoelectric line. Okay. So today's class we learned about normal sinus rhythm characteristics, ECG leads, unipolar leads, bipolar leads, augmented leads, chest leads, and how it is viewed in the heart in the ECG. And then we learn about the cardiac axis. We will learn interpretation of cardiac axis in next class, and normal axis, left axis deviation, right axis deviation, extreme axis deviation. And hope all of you understand. Next classes will be continuation for this. If still you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe, comment and share to your friends. Okay, thanks for watching my channel. Assalamu alaikum.